Hello, welcome to my video. I was letting my dogs out there. They were sitting in here, but as soon as I started talking, they're like, "Oh, you're making too much noise, I'm away." I'm just applying my makeup and then I can answer some questions and chat away. Oh, I have such bad cramp, so unfortunate. I've not actually tried these yet, but they were a Christmas present, and I'm going to try them now. They're the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Dew Drops. So smell unreal. And I would love something like, okay. By the way, this camera like really filters me, and it just came like that, and I don't really know how to fix it. I'm just not like a camera expert. I've not really fiddled about with it, to be fair. I've not really tried hard enough, but yeah. So this is a Q&A. I'm going to an engagement party tonight, so I thought I'll just film while I get ready. I have been sent some questions. What's one beauty item you cannot live without right now? So you'll have seen like literally everyone talking about it, but it has got to be the Trigwell powder puff from TikTok. I am honestly obsessed. I don't know how I've done my makeup before. Like, I really struggle with being like super shiny. So yeah, having that has like mattified my face, but like at the same time doesn't make me caked, which is exactly what we're looking for. So I would say that, or what else I've bought recently that I really like. Oh, I love the NARS liquid bronzer. It's been around, liquid blusher. The Orgasm one, it's been around for ages, but I've actually never tried it, and now that I have it, I was like, what was I doing before? Yeah, so next question. The best hotel to stay in Ibiza. I loved Oku when I stayed there. I can hear like a weird buzzing noise. When I stayed there, I actually went for a few nights in between the girls' holiday, and then I stayed with like Jilly and Jess and stuff, and then Robbie came to meet me, so I actually had like a night there myself, I think. And it was just the most relaxing time ever. And yeah, I just loved staying there. It was probably one of the nicest hotels I've ever stayed in. It's obviously a bit more expensive for Ibiza, but it is in a good location as well. It's like not far from everything. Like you can't, like I did walk one night, like from Mambo's, so it's really not that far. By the way, this is the e.l.f. Charlotte Tilbury dupe. It's called Halo Glow and Liquid Filter. So it's basically a dupe of flawless filter, and it's amazing. Because some dupes are shite. Do you have any tips for saving money? Well, I'm a Monzo user, and you can open like pots in there for like certain things. And I opened like a savings pot in there and like built that up, and I really liked using it. Like sometimes when money goes into my bank or my like business account, like I set aside how much is taken out to go into a savings pot, and it automatically goes in, which is great. So that is a good sweet tip on Monzo. It just sets aside anything, like even if like Megan was to send me money, it'll take away like a certain amount or something like that, and just put it in the savings pot, and then you just leave it because it builds up. It does really well. And then another tip is when I put stuff on Depop, I actually just leave it to build up. I'm going to use a NARS tinted moisturiser, I think, with maybe a tad of that, and then the actual foundation, just because I'm going quite glam tonight. I think I'm going to go full. Whoa, the packaging of this has got to be the world's worst. Like, it is pants. Anyway, so I'll mix them together. Okay, that's quite a lot, sure. What was I talking about there? Oh yeah, when I sell stuff on Depop, I actually just leave it like in my PayPal, and then like treat myself to something nice. So like if I let it just build up and then I don't like check it that often, then I'll like go in and I'm like, oh, I've sold so much, like I'll spend that on this, or like something that I'll use loads, or maybe something for my kitchen that I don't really feel like taking out of my account, like, you know, don't know. So it's like a nice way to save money, because you're like, well, I've made that on Depop and I built it up for a while, and it doesn't really feel like your money when it's not on your account, if you get me. I suppose you'd have to be selling quite a lot. I do get that, but there's some tips. What travel destinations are you planning on going to this year? So this month I went to London, and I was also in Milan at the start of the month. So I'm hoping to do something every month this year, just for like work purposes as well. Like when I go away and shoot content, it just does so much better, and I know that it's super beneficial. So something I would like to like invest my money into is more travelling. I would like to go to, well, I'm going to Amsterdam with the girls, and this is a NARS liquid. This is a NARS concealer in shade Custard. I'm going to use quite a lot tonight. I never ever use loads of makeup, but tonight I'm feeling really glam. It's the first time I've proper like wore heels or dressed up in ages. Oh, such bad cramp, please go away. I've literally used all my Anodin. So yeah, I'm going to February with Abby and Megan. We're going to see Monique in Amsterdam. And then March I'm going to Dubai. That was my Christmas present from Robbie. Can you believe what the actual fuck? Who gets someone a present like that? So I'm actually going to Dubai, which I'm so excited about. I've never been. And then what's next on the agenda? And then April, I don't really have many plans. But I'm hoping, like, manifesting a wee work trip, a wee brand trip hopefully. Then May I am going away twice with work. I don't really know the destinations yet, but I know like long haul flights are on the cards, which is very exciting, so really looking forward to that. I've never been on a long haul flight. Well, actually I have, but I was a baby, so I don't remember. And then hope to go to July or June I'd like to go to somewhere in Greece, and then July I'd like to be in Ibiza the most of the month, and then August I would like to, I don't know, maybe do like oh no, I'm going to Barcelona in June when Robbie's sister's 10, that's so exciting. I have so much on the cards. I'd like to go to New York for my birthday. There's loads I would really like to do, if God lets me. Right, so I got the mini one of this Huda Beauty thing just because I thought it's easier for like travel size. It's got to be honestly the worst ever. Like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to get that out? So I have to shake it, it just goes everywhere. Yeah, it's complete and utter shite. Oh, actually I've not done my bronzer, I feel confused. Next question is, like, so the majority of the questions are, how did you meet Robbie? A few people said, how did you meet Robert? That's not his name, guys. He was Robbie, he was born Robbie. Like, that is on his actual birth certificate. He's a Robbie, not a Rob. He's a Robbie, not a Robert. I have just like always known him. Just known him for like years. Yeah. I knew his sister, was. I just knew who he was. Just known him for like a long time. And yeah, he just sort of always tried. But that's really it. I just knew him. Just one of those people that like you always know. And then a few people asked if Robbie, there'll be no more Robbie questions after this, but a few people have asked if me and Robbie live together, which we don't. We obviously just both have our own spaces, so stay with each other like all the time, because like living alone's a bit like sad, so why would we spend time elsewhere, you know what I mean? And yeah, we stay with each other like all the time, but no, we don't live together yet. Where do you find your style inspo? TikTok's really good for that right now. I follow like all the celebrity stylists. I love all their accounts. Who else do I love just now? I love like all the wee styling pages. What's good is like if I'll buy stuff, like a lot of them that I follow and interact with will like do outfits on items that I've bought, so it gives me a bit of inspo on how to wear them like more, and because I've probably just bought them for like the 1 or 2 outfits, and it gives me a bit of inspo. So like the wee styling pages on Instagram are great as well. Yeah, I suppose like I just have like an eye for it because it's like my job and my like hobby and like my passion, so it's just something I'm always looking out for. So it's just like, and if I kind of find it anywhere sometimes, just because I'm always looking for it, if you get me. How did you get into influencing? I probably said this like a million times, but I've literally just like really loved like YouTubers and stuff when I was younger, and I kind of just followed what they done, and then brands just kind of started contacting me, and then like it just kind of fell from there. Like it was just something I was doing as like a hobby or for fun, just because I liked YouTubers and I just liked them, and I just liked the fun of it, and it wasn't anything intentional. Like ages ago, like someone asked me, and I was so insulted because it was like someone I knew as well, and they said like, so how do I start this, because like I feel like I'm missing a trick, as if like you can just go and like just work and like, I don't know, like go and be like a mechanic if you want. It does come with like, well, I've been at this the best part of like 7 years, and I'm only now in a position where I am good at it and comfortable and know what I'm doing. And bear in mind, like it changes every day. Like sometimes I'm really lost with it, I don't know what to do. Like it's not something that you can necessarily just like sign up to and join in. It's like there's like, believe it or not, there's skill to it, and there's like hard work behind it, and you also have to have like a natural flair for it and a thick skin, and you have to have work ethic, which is very hard when you're self-employed. Like you can easily just fall off the wagon and can't be arsed because you are working from home. So it's not something like, yeah, I did fall into it, but because it was like my passion and I was really putting the work in behind the scenes, but it wasn't by like luck or chance, it was because I was good at it. Do you know what I mean? And because I did put in an effort. Well, I'd like to say, if I do say so myself. But yeah, it's obviously not for everyone, and I know people don't really like understand it or see the behind the scenes, but obviously like the industry's like taking over, so it's obviously doing something. We're doing something right. Are you busy with work right now? So busy, and it's January, and I think honestly these days like January is like just like every other month. Like I was saying to like my waxing girl, and I think mom and dad have been like so busy as well. Like I feel like I get so much work in December that it kind of always like falls into January, because it's just like a lot of brands like change their deals or move posts or stories or whatever to January sales instead, because they know they might be a bit quieter then, and it does make my life a lot busier. So yeah, I would say I've been so busy with work right now, and obviously like our industry works like ahead of time, so we're already working on like spring summer just now, so it is super busy. But yeah, all very exciting and really fun, and love being busy, wouldn't have it any other way. What straighteners do you use? I just use the GHD ones. These ones here, let me see the name of them. I'm trying not to use straighteners at the minute. The Platinum Plus ones, I actually haven't been using them apart from like sometimes in like my wee curly root bits, but like just to get that out. But like I've been using my Dyson and my hair's like really amazing health at the moment. So yeah, I've used straighteners for, well, maybe since I was like 12, and it's like really taken its toll. Straighteners are great for styling, but they're so hot and so damaging to your hair. Yeah. By the way, I used Refy, the tan colour. I used the Huda Beauty powder. I used the Trickwell thing. I used Kylie brow set on my eyes. It's really good, by the way. And now I'll do my eyes, but what will I do? Probably the same as I do like every day. What's your favourite outfit you've ever worn? Do you know, I really liked my one at New Year there. I feel like that was a very good mix of all my styles. Like I love glam, I love like a hair up, and then I love like petals, like old like cool Hollywood fashion, but then I wore it with like my favourite jeans and like a wee vest top. I don't know, I really liked my outfit New Year. Probably not my favourite outfit ever, but favourite outfit recently I really liked because we weren't really doing much. We were just going for dinner, and I obviously wanted to be fancy because it was New Year, but like at the same time I didn't really want to be wearing like a ball gown, you know. How is life? You seem so happy. I am so happy. Thank you so much for noticing. Life is really good. I am buzzing and really liking the space that I'm in my flat and my dogs, and yeah, life is really good. Cannot complain. I also didn't go into anything with the intention that it was going to work out, so maybe that was just the right attitude. Like when the people that go into Love Island don't look for love and they end up finding it. Maybe I just had the right attitude. But also maybe that was just what God had planned for me. That was always supposed to be the case. And I can't complain. I wouldn't even change the journey, to be honest. How do you stay in good shape, and are you a vegan? No, I am not. I've said this so many times, like I don't really exercise. I mean, to be fair, I do walk the dogs a lot. Obviously I'm like the only person that would be doing that for them, so like I like walk a lot with them. But beforehand it was just kind of like I just kind of always like watched like my portion sizes, or like I was just naturally quite a petite person. I'm not vegan, but I love vegan food, and like I would always try like different like veggie options of things on the menu, or I'm always like the person that get like, I would always try like, I don't know, I love healthy food, and like I was just kind of brought up that way. I would definitely like to start exercising more. Your favourite city? I would say well, after Glasgow I would say Paris. It's just the nicest city in the world. Everything about it is so gorgeous, and it's such a romantic place, and I love the shopping there. I love the food. Every hotel I've ever stayed in there has been nice. It's just a great location, and also I love it's not too far. I never feel like I'm really far away whenever I'm there. Favourite everyday products? Hold on, I'm gonna get some eyelashes. I used to use these Prima lashes all the time. I'm gonna try them again. I don't know how like full on they'll be, but let's try them. Favourite everyday products. So right now I'm loving, so like I would say when I do my everyday makeup, I've really, or like my everyday skincare routine, I wouldn't say I wear makeup like every single day, but when I do like my BRB guys, when I use the Skin in Me stuff like every day and I love it. But then I would say when I'm doing my makeup, I've been using the Kylie Skin stuff that I was sent, and it's actually phenomenal, by the way. Like, I can't recommend it enough. I use like the full skincare set. Let's see if this is enough for me. Yeah, I use the full skincare set, like the toner and the moisturiser, the walnut scrub, the face wash, the thingy's amazing too, the serum. So yeah, I would say that when I'm doing like glam makeup, that's something that's definitely new in my routine, but I really love it. But I also love Professional, and that is something I truly in this life could not live without since I was a wee girl. Like, I've loved it since the beginning of time. Right, let's see how these lashes go. Someone said, can we get a makeup tutorial? Hen, you're in luck. That's exactly what this video is. 5 wardrobe essentials. A grey tracksuit, a grey blazer, but like a grey marrow tracksuit, a grey blazer like the Jerf one, a vintage handbag, a pair of a pair of Air Force, so that's 3, no that's 4, and number 5 would be Ray-Bans, and you're good to go. Okay, I love these. Fave foundation is probably the NARS, either the NARS Tinted Moisturiser one, that's really good, or the NARS Luminous Weightless Foundation, that is just a classic. I used to love the Armani one, like I really loved that when I was like more into like full coverage makeup, that was amazing. And I still see loads of people using that. I feel like it's timeless for sure. My eyebrows really need done, by the way, guys. I quite like the eyelashes, you know. Right, what's going on here though? There's one hanging down, it's annoying me. I'm using the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. Makes my voice sound so weird. How funny that Anna needs to take the dogs out literally like this. What are some good dupes? Well, that e.l.f. one's amazing. I also got the e.l.f. like melt your makeup off thing, like makeup cleanser. I'm definitely calling that the wrong thing, but I think it's meant to be like a dupe of the NARS one. Not NARS, sorry, Elemis, like Pro Cleansing Balm, and I love it. It's so good. So that is also half the price. Elemis is something that I've used for a really long time, but it's like such an expensive upkeep, and I feel like I run, like actually fire through it. So that's a good dupe, makeup wise. What else is a good dupe? I feel like TikTok has lots of like good, like Trigwell have loads of amazing blushers that are probably quite similar to like the NARS ones, like the Trigwell ones. I think another good product I use, I think all the NYX liners are so cheap and like pretty much identical to like the MAC ones. So I think for now that is my makeup done, and I've answered quite a lot of questions. I feel like I need a, what do you call that, like a glow And maybe some setting spray as well. This is good, I'll use this. Yeah, I don't really have many more questions, they're sort of all quite similar, but I'll come back and like show you what I've decided to wear, because I do have a few options. An engagement party is always a hard one. Right, and now some spray. This is a really good one, by the way. It's the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Mini Mist one. I've got it in the small version, but I see all the girlies on TikTok using this, so I must get involved. Let me see if you can see this a bit better in this light. Oh, it's just got this horrible blur on. I don't know how to fix it. Eyelashes are good. I like these ones. Okay, so I will go walk the dogs and then get my outfit on and then report back.